Good evening, creatures of the night. This is your resident Frankenoise here. I am posting a July horror book haul part 2. In my first horror book haul of July, I said that that was going to be it for the month, but I ended up getting a $50 gift card at We Bookin', which is a local used Edmonton bookstore. It's probably my favorite. It's like everyone's favorite here. Great selection. They always restock. So yeah, and then I ended up buying some more at a couple other stores as well. And I even found one for free, which I'll show, which I couldn't believe it. It's almost mint condition too. But anyway, let's get to the books. The first one we got is Christopher Pike, Scavenger. It's Archway 1990. I have this one as well, but it's got the usual Christopher Pike font that you normally see. But I found this one and had to grab it. The other one I have is in a box set as well. But yeah, haven't read them yet, but I plan to. I'm actually going to read this one just because I like this cover more. There's a lot going on in it. And then next we have Stephen King, The Dead Zone. This is the 1980 Signet issue. And these two I found at Goodwill. They were 48 cents for the both of them. So very good deal. That was all they had. Most of the books they had were children's books, of course, and a lot of like cookbooks that no one reads. Yeah, I got these two for 48 cents. Next up, we've got a Michael Talbot, The Bog. It's a 1987 Jove issue, first printed in '86. But this cover also has the lovely cutout, which is a pretty interesting face. Yeah, looks like almost tree bark. Evil never dies. The Bog. Then we have a Paul Walker book, The Altar. This is a 1983 pocket edition. Pretty good condition. I actually want to read this one eventually. And then next up we have Breeder by Douglas Klieg. This is a 1990 pocket edition. Great cover, great font. I love this one. Yeah, and I like it when they have the pictures on the spine. You normally don't see that, but for me, you know, for a lot of people on their shelves, it's kind of nice to have a picture. Next up we have The Tender Seed by Harry Rangel. This is a 1986 popular edition. Yeah, The Tender Seed. Don't want to get off topic, but that could be easily a porn title. And then this is the one I found for free. It was just laying around. It's this one. The Warner 1990 issue of Dan Simmons, Carrying Comfort. I want to read this one. I'll probably read this one next after the current book I'm reading. But yeah, great condition. Not much spine damage, just one crease, but yeah, nice and thick. Really excited to read that one. I've read a couple Dan Simmons science fiction books, never a horror one yet, so I'm excited. And then I found this issue of Clive Barker's Cabal, which everyone knows is Nightbreed. I used to own this book a long time ago in a totally different cover. This is the HarperCollins 96 edition, which I really like. I actually prefer this one than the original covers, which was 1988. And then we've got Douglas Barton's Man Stopper. This is an 88 Onyx book. Looks like it's going for that Cujo thing. We'll see. Haven't read it yet. And then we've got a couple Fred Saberhagen books. This is the fourth one, and this is the fifth one. So we got Thorn and Dominion. I also had an issue of this one in my other July video, but it's a newer one. This one is 82, and this one's 1980. The other issue was like far later on, a reprint. But yeah, so I haven't seen 1 to 3 yet in the wild, but maybe I'll just go ahead and read these. I'm not sure if I have to read them in order, So we'll find out. And then got a couple Ramsay Campbell books. This one is The Nameless, which is a Tor 87, originally copyrighted in 81. And then we have this one. I love this title, The Face That Must Die. This is the 85 Tor one, copyrighted in 79. But yeah, great. Not really a fan of the cover too much, but I love that title. And then we have a D.A. Fowler, Flesh and Blood. This is a 93 pocket edition. Excited to read this one too. Love the cover. It's great. Nice and simple. And we got a Peter James Possession. This one kind of, as you can see in the light, it's like a little shiny right there. Kind of interesting. This is the Seal 89 edition, originally published by Doubleday in 88. Next off we have Pacemaker by Linda Brino. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It looks like a medical thriller. It's the only one I own, I believe. So yeah, I actually saw two of these. I grabbed the best one condition-wise, which still has some creases, but yeah, I've never read a medical thriller, so wouldn't mind checking this one out soon. Then we have a Patricia Wallace one, The Children's Ward. This is a Zebra book from 1990, originally copyrighted in 85. So the rest of the books are going to be all Zebra, by the way, but that's Zebra's patented skeleton covers. Then we have a Michael Candom book. What is that? St. Peter's Wolf. Did I pronounce his name right? Candenum. Yes, so St. Peter's Wolf. I like werewolf stories, and I really liked the last one I read, the one I did the review on. So kind of excited to read this one. And it's kind of got a shiny, the lips are shiny anyway, right there. Then we have a Guy N. Smith, the dark one. Another Zebra. This was in 95. I'm not really a fan of that cover. Kind of reminds me of X-Files episode with the kid that could summon lightning. I think that was in season 1 or 2. And then we have Stephen R. George. This one is Dark Miracle. Love that cover. It's brilliant. So I'm actually, I don't know, I got so many books I want to read next. Maybe I want to read this one next just for the cover. It's great though. She looks very innocent, of course, as all girls are in horror stories. And sometimes death can be a blessing. If I saw that hand, yeah, I think I'd rather die of fright than have that hand go after me. And I saved the best for last cover-wise. I was really impressed with Rick Catala. So excited to reading this one. This one is Cold Whisper. And this is a great cover. I'm not really sure if you can see that hologram. Need some good lighting, unfortunately. I think there you can see it. But you can't see it turning. So the face goes from like a normal human face to like a pretty good nasty demon with its tongue hanging out. I think in this, looking at the camera, you can see kind of both of them at the same time. It's difficult to see, but yeah, the only hologram cover I own so far. I know Zebra did another of them. Maybe if I tilt it this way. Yeah, see there's the demon. And then, I'll give up. Anyway, great cover. That's it for July. I plan to get more in August. I'm going actually to another city to check out some used bookstores second week of August. So we'll see what happens with those. And I'm not sure what my next review will be. As you see, I got a ton to pick from. But the one I'm reading now, which I'll review in my next video, is this one. Sorry. The Suiting by Kelly Wilde. Well past the halfway point. I think 2/3 into it. It's, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's not going to be my favorite book I've read this year, that's for sure. but it's interesting. I'll give it that. So yeah, look out for that review soon.